Konnor, you got a little bit emotional after your beam routine. What did this would mean to you?
Oh man, I'm about to cry again. No, it was just like I have worked so hard in the past 2 weeks. Like after my last beam routine that I messed up, I messed up so many times this year. I was just kind of over it and so frustrated. And so finally, after the work this week, I just put my head down in the gym and I have worked so hard. And so finally to do what I've been doing in practice just meant so much to me because it's finally, I feel I almost I deserved it because I worked so hard, and it's the only other thing I could do was cry. So I was just happy. It was just a finally moment for me.
Yeah, just sticking with that, you injured yourself pregame against Oklahoma. Talk about coming back from that and being able to perform the way you did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another week of hours in rehab that I do. So just my PT, I mean, he's amazing. I mean, he is willing to take the time. I think I spent an hour and a half this morning before I came to the meet today. And so just rehab and just not doing too much in the gym, but doing enough to where I feel confident. And so just coming here, I felt confident and I was just ready to go.
I also just want to echo on that real quick. The definition of a hard worker is her. I knew she was so frustrated the past couple of weeks, and we just heard zero complaining, and it was just work, and just to see her go out there and do that beam routine was just so special.
All right, y'all. Amari, she had a bit of a difficult time on the balance beam tonight, but then she sort of carried her confidence over onto the floor, gave a smashing floor routine. What does it mean to be able to watch her confidence, her performance, not waver even through the hard times?
I mean, we never see that from her, and so it is hard to come back from a fall, but I think she just wiped it away, and she does that floor routine so good. I mean, everybody gets so excited just to watch her compete on floor, and so just to see her put beam to the side, and then she also had an amazing vault, so she just didn't let that run her confidence, and she did bring that confidence that she said over to the floor, and she performed the heck out of that floor routine, and so it was just amazing to see her do that.
Konnor, Jay told me after the meet last week that you were going to did you have an x-ray on your arm?
Yes, I did.
So were you ever worried that, you've had so many injuries, so were you ever worried that this might be something really serious, or you thought, I'm probably okay?
I mean, I'm going to always be okay. I mean, I tell my teammates every day I'm going to be straight regardless. And so, I mean, regardless of what came back on that x-ray, I mean, I'm always a little scared. I'm so injured. I just get a little tired of it. But, I mean, I was going to compete no matter what. I told them coaches, I was no, I do not want to sit out another meet. They were you can take a break this week. And I was mm-mm. I was I'm ready to go. I love competing, and I love just competing for this team and for the girls. And so they were just asking me if I'm okay every single day, and for them to have my back like that, no matter how I feel in practice, I knew this is what I wanted to do, no matter the results of any x-ray or any injury.
Just after such a good performance tonight, is there anything you guys are taking away from tonight that'll probably prepare you for the podium challenge on Sunday?
I think just carrying our confidence. We were able to put a really high road score last week, and to do the same thing here tonight, I think we're going in the right direction. I think at this point in the season, it's just building confidence, and we've been building confidence from meet 1 to now. I think this is meet 8, and so I think just from every single time we compete, no matter what mistakes are made, it's just bringing that confidence into the next one and knowing that each meet is a new meet. And tonight, we celebrate tonight, and then it's move on to Sunday.
Another 10. How does it feel?
Crazy? I don't know. I actually got off the beam, and I told Konnor, I was that was for you. Seeing her go up before and just doing one of the best beam routines of her life, and she deserved that 10 in my eyes. And I just got off that beam, and I just told her that I'm so proud of you. I just had her back, and just honestly did it for her. I know I saw her emotional before my beam routine, and that just kind of reminded me of how much work she's put in, and I'm just super proud to be able to end off that beam rotation and just do it for my teammates.
Y'all had a few bobbles in the first 2 rotations, but then you come back on beam and on floor. What does that say about this team's resilience, and you guys never give up? You're always fighting, always come back.
It wasn't our best part.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I was just saying you guys had a few bobbles on the first two rotations, but then you come back on beam and floor and you do some of your best routines all season. What does that mean for this team?
I think we still hit a pretty good mark for vault and vault and bars, but I think it just shows the fight within this team. No matter what comes our way before that event, like the meet's not over. It's not we ended on vault, we ended on bars. Like the meet's not over. Our team is so strong. We're fighters. We're called the Fighting Tigers for a reason. So we just showed really immense amount of gut and just fight every single time.
Kailin, Kalia, you and Konnor and Kalia, y'all had to hit on beam. Otherwise, y'all might have lost the meet. How have you learned not to put pressure on yourself in these kind of situations and just go out there and do you just block everything else out, or what is the mindset as you're getting ready to do each event?
I think for me, it's just kind of staying in my bubble. If we have a mistake, we're a team for a reason. We have each other's back in and day out. We practice group assignments for a reason. It's not just going out there and doing it for you. It's doing it for all of these girls on the team. And so I think for me personally, just staying within my mindset, not changing it just because we had a mistake, just staying true to your process. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a grinder. I mean, it was nip and tuck through the whole thing, and we showed a lot of guts. Couldn't really capture, any real sustained momentum, but we never let things get away from us either. So it was just kind of a grind. I had to grind one out tonight, and I'm exhausted. So.
Yeah, Konnor was kind of that mistake eraser that you like to call,
Yeah.
I guess. Just talk about how big that was to do in a week where she was injured, maybe not full go.
Yeah, I think more than anything, I mean, Konnor, they've all been through stuff physically. I think more than anything, I wanted her to be able to get a taste of success again. I think her confidence has taken a little hit, and it was nice to see her really rebound and execute exceptionally high on all three events. I mean, just as good three events as I've seen her do in a long time, and so hopefully that builds her confidence and reminds her of who she is. I mean, she's one of the most gifted and accomplished, amazing gymnasts in the world, and that's what I've been telling her. Just remember who you are. Sometimes you can start measuring things and trying to be too perfect, and just trust the experience that you have and all the great things that you've done, and let it come back to life a little bit. And it was a big release for her emotionally when she dismounted that beam tonight. It was great to see. I think we were all relieved for her.
Jay, maybe like you said in some of the earlier routines, it was a little tough to capture momentum, but you had two falls and you guys had clutch performances after that. What did that mean to you?
It just means we have gut. It just means we know how to fight, and we know how to. We're a gutsy team. You don't want to put yourself in those situations, but 5 out of 6 counts for a reason, and those things are going to happen from time to time. It's when it gets away from you. It's when it causes everybody else to get tight that you really have a problem. And so, I think the identity of this team is that they're fighters, and hopefully we've had to do it several times this year. I'd love to not have to do it, but it doesn't get any easier as we go. And so we turn around and do this thing again Sunday with Alabama all over again and 2 other teams on the floor. So it doesn't get any easier for us as we go, and we've just got to make sure that we maintain that mindset and hopefully can eliminate some of those mistakes.
Coach, another 10 for Kailin tonight. I mean, what does that say about her resilience and her hard work and her effort all season, especially, this late in the season with it coming to an end?
And she continues to do what she's always done, and I'm grateful that she's in those spots when we need her. I think that I like the fact that Konnor came back tonight doing at or near the same level that Kailin is, because it's you get to a point where you shouldn't have to rely on the same person all the time. Eventually that can mentally grind them down to a pulp, and so we've all got to execute at the highest level. And so Chio's been the most consistent example of that for sure. But it was nice to see her get the supporting cast that's able to go to that level. Did a good job tonight too.
Yeah, and just staying with her, just talk about how even keel she is, and how much that was kind of an emphasis coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
I know you kind of talked about y'all really wanted her to get to that point, and
Mm-hmm.
it seems like she's really done it.
She's mature. She listens, and she's done everything we've asked her to do, and she's not tried to duplicate what happened last year, and that was the biggest concern. Is a lot of times somebody has a breakout year their freshman year, and they want to replicate it or somehow copy it or do better than what they did, and rather than let it come to them organically the way that it did in the first place. And I think she's listened to that when we've talked about it, and she's done a good job of controlling her mind and her emotions. Exceptional job. Not good job, exceptional.
Hey, Coach. So you briefly talked about the fact that you're going to see Alabama again in just about 48 hours or so. I'm just curious, where do you want to see the most improvement from tonight to Sunday as you see them coming up again real soon?
Well, I'd like to see us hit 24 routines. I think clean. Hit 24 clean. That doesn't mean every landing is stuck. That doesn't mean, but without any major breaks at all. And I think that's really where we need to be. It's probably where we needed to be tonight. But we were able to grind it out. When you have big scores at the end, it doesn't always show, because you look at it. You look at what happened on beam with a 9.975 and a 10 there at the back end, and it's sort of as I've said, mistake erasers, but they don't erase them in my mind, and we need to execute better than that. I think that's really it, and just be cleaner across the board.
All 9 nines on your last event of the meet. What did you like from the floor rotation? What are you going to take into this next meet against Alabama?
There's a lot to like on floor right now. We've kind of hit a little groove on that event. I like it all. I like the performance quality. I like the variety that we show. We show we're not just showing powerful big double layouts and full outs. We also got a couple of twisting routines in there, and Zeiss going in at sixth, giving Kalia a spell right now, is one of those, and she's gone 9.9 and 9.925 in consecutive weeks, and so it's nice to see that our depth can be used and be used effectively, as it has been all year, really. And we'll probably see some of that on Sunday. We'll probably we'll huddle up with the coaches tomorrow and try to figure out what, if any, changes we want to make. But we'll probably move some pieces in and out in the middle of some lineups, second, third spots maybe, and see some things shift a little bit on Sunday. Not anything categorical. Y'all know I'm not going to do that, but just give some other people. It's really the last chance that we have to kind of move some things around. So then we go to Florida we want to finish strong here and go to SEC. So we'll really be settled in after that.
Last week you had to make a couple of changes because of Konnor's injury, and then how Kalia was. Zeiss, I assume, pretty much you decided all week Kalia wasn't doing floor, and
yeah,
you told me, and she was going to do it. Was there anything else last minute or anything like that, or it pretty much
nothing
went
today? No, we decided. We came back from Oklahoma, huddled up with the docs, and just kind of came up with a game plan for Kalia that we think hopefully preserves her for the postseason. And we made a decision early in the week we weren't going to use her in either meet on floor. She feels pretty good to do vault and beam right now, but there's just no sense in taking an undue risk. So we're getting good treatment on it. It is improving, and hopefully she'll be back out there on floor sooner than later. Thanks, guys.